Hello, I'll be showing you some basic muscle topology, just so you're aware on how exactly to do some basic muscle topology. So first of all, we will start off with our model here, and I'm just gonna let's bring that down. So as you can see, it's just normal human. If I hold Alt and I click, I can start building in. So X, as you can see, adds the little dot. So I'll just bring that back and I'll start from the start. So just bring this down a bit. I'm going to just throw in some basic muscle tonnage. As you can see, this model is already sort of preset with all the body mass. We'll just get all this in just nice and basic. So we'll bring that draw size down a bit more and just brought down too much. Okay, so if I just fix this up, and then you can see that we have all the different tools and everything. So if I go down to, I think it's Dynamesh, I could be wrong. I think I am wrong. So I'll set that to about 1080p resolution with a 0 blur, and we will click Dynamesh. So that should have upped the quality a bit. We got our Z remesher, so we'll just remesh it. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time just to do some remeshing, but you'll see what exactly it does in a moment. So as you can see, the body looks horrifying. Like, it is just, there's something not right. So I'll just bring all this down a bit, get that basic muscle tonnage in. Make sure all that tone is in. Got that there. We got that there. And then we got that there. So if we bring it up a bit more, we just let's just redo that so you can see a bit better. So I'll bring the draw size down, I'll bring that up. Now we want definition in here, so we're adding just simple definition. As you can see, let's bring all that up. Now we'll bring this on the y-axis. So if we can bring that just a little bit like that. Now let's bring the Z intensity down a bit because that was way too high. We'll just keep touching up. So as you can see, I'm just doing very basic, just nice and basic. And then we bring this all the way down. So we're just adding that definition properly now. So now that the model is a bit more smoother, we can add that basic muscle definition. So muscle definition, it can have its challenges, so do be aware. Now if we just connect in that. So it looks a bit ridiculous right now, but it all makes sense in a second. So as you can see, when I'm softening it, it's not as bad. So just fixing all these little details, it's just minuscule details just to add some basic muscle topology. So you got to make sure that the anatomy does make sense, because if the anatomy does not make sense, then it's not going to work correctly. So as you can see now, if we go in here, so whoops, not that one, so we want this one. So we're just going to some slight definition, just to add a bit of structure into the body. So while I'm doing this on the one side, it is doing it on both sides. So you can adjust that by, as I said before, you push the X button and it takes and removes the thing that you see. Okay, so I'm just going to keep it back on. So let's bring this over. Now, you want minuscule details, so of course you're gonna give him some basic little nipples, you know, because like you need that definition. As like stupid as that sounds, add that definition. So now when you smoothen it, so it has that little bit of detail. Actually, they look a little low. Let's bring them higher. Okay, so about there. Let's just touch that up. And the smallest of details, but you can see there's some muscle definition in there. Just take away a bit more here. So we'll bring this draw size up a bit more, just to take and take. All we're doing is just taking and taking, right? Keeping it nice and simple, because you want that muscle there. You want it to look clean-ish, relatively clean. So we can also get the little bits in here. So just adjusting that. So you'll see while I'm doing all this, it's just adding some basic detail. Just very simplistic, so you don't even have to do anything full on. You just make the detail basic. Like, I'm only using one tool, as you can see, well, two, so smooth, and I just add and subtract. So you can see it's got a bit more definition in there now. So we can actually remove a little bit more in here, and we'll just there as well. So as you can see, as we fix it up, we'll just get a bit more. And that is pretty much it, with just some, oh actually no, I will touch up a little bit more. So just adding now. So as you can see, just add that in. Just very basic, just touch ups. So he doesn't have to be the bulkiest looking person or the thinnest looking person, but you want it all to sort of relatively make sense, right? And there is your basic, just muscle topology. It's keeping up with the anatomy. So for reference, I can show you. So reference, see? So you look at a side by side. Now you can work on adding more detail. That one is, yes, a bit more advanced, but all they've pretty much done is, I'll just show you. So they've removed another section here, added more weight in here. So just added more. And we can add more onto the muscle, right? So I'll just quickly show you. It's all just basic. You might be thinking, oh hey, that's gonna be pretty hard. Like, don't overthink it. Okay, that's best advice I can give. Don't overthink anything. Like, you can see I'm literally just stuffing around, but it is pretty clean. So we will just touch up in there, of course, and just make sure it's all evenly balanced. Keep that split in center, bit of muscle there. So we'll just touch all this up. And as you can see, we'll add the little divot for the belly button, you know, if it's gonna do it. So we'll just, and that's it. That is just very basic human topology.